Hello and welcome back everyone to this new series on Python. This series of videos will help you take your skills from beginner to expert level in Python. Do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so that you are the first one to know whenever I upload any new video. In today's session, we will see how to install Python in our computer. This method will work both for Windows and Mac machine. We are going to install Python programming language through Anaconda. To do data science using Python, first we will need Python in our system. Secondly, to use Python language, we need IDEs which are user friendly, and also we can create complete code files that are easy to understand for anyone. And then we can save those code files for future use. IDE stands for Integrated Development Environment. And thirdly, we need some packages or libraries. Python is basically a development tool, but to do data science using Python, we will need some additional packages or libraries. The benefit of downloading Anaconda is that we will get everything with Anaconda. Anaconda comes with firstly Python language, secondly different IDEs like Spider, Jupyter, and thirdly various packages that can be used for data science. All the data analysts and data scientists use IDE to write the series of codes. So once you download Anaconda, you won't have to download any IDE separately. For this series of tutorial, we will be writing our code in Jupyter Notebook. Now let's start with the first step to install Anaconda in our machine. Now go to Google and type install Anaconda. Open the first link that comes www.anaconda.com. Once the link opens, you will observe that the downloadable link for Anaconda Individual Edition for Windows is coming. If you want to download Anaconda for Mac or Linux machine, you can click on the respective icons. Let's see how to download for Mac. Click on the Apple button. Now you will be redirected to the downloadable link for Mac or Linux machine. As I am using Windows machine, I'll be clicking on the 64-bit graphical installer. So the latest version for Python we will be using is 3.9. Click on the link. Here you will observe that the download has started. It will take few seconds to download. Once the download is complete, click on the downloaded application. Click on next. I agree. Make sure just me is selected. Then click on next. You can select the folder in which you want to download the Anaconda application. Click on next. Make sure register Anaconda 3 as my default Python 3.9 is selected. Then click on install and you will observe that the Anaconda application has started installing in your machine. Anaconda will take few minutes to install in your machine. Once the Anaconda application is installed in your system, then search for Anaconda prompt in Windows machine and terminal if you are using Mac machine. Click on Anaconda prompt. A new black window will open. Here type Jupyter Notebook. Make sure the spellings are correct and press enter. Now you will observe that the Jupyter Notebook will open in your default browser. I am using Edge as my default browser. Now this is showing the folder in which you downloaded the Anaconda application. Here you can create a new folder by going to New and select Folder. Down below you will observe that a new folder with title Untitled folder is created. You can click on the checkbox and select Rename. Let's rename it to class 1 and click on rename. The class 1 folder is created. Click on class 1. Now here we can create a new Jupyter notebook by going to new and select Python 3. This is the Jupyter notebook in which we will be doing all the coding in this series of videos. These are the input cells where we write the code. Let's write here print session on Python and press shift plus enter. So this is the output that we are getting just under the input cell. We can give this notebook a name by clicking on Untitled and rename it to class 1 tutorial and click on rename. Now this Jupyter notebook will be saved in the folder that you created with class name. Go to the previous tab. Here you will observe that a new notebook is created. The Jupyter notebook have extension .ipynb. Let me show you a Jupyter notebook that I have created. It's saved in my folder Python, this pandas tutorial. So this is the complete Jupyter notebook with series of codes that I have written. So here you will observe that the code is written in the input cell and the output is shown just below the input cell. So by the end of this series of videos, you will be able to write code similar to this one. So this was all that I had to cover in this session. Go ahead and install Jupyter Notebook in your machine and let's start coding from the next session. I hope this session was useful. See you in the next session.